What's up? What's up, all you savages blowing up the chat? Hello, and welcome to another episode of Savage Crucible. I am joined tonight by Renato B1 and Frankie. What's up, guys? How you doing?
Good man, how are you?
Very
How you
good. Very
gentlemen
good.
doing?
Wonderful Tuesday night. Um, Getting excited to talk about some savagery. We got some Wave 4 to talk about tonight. Frankie, I definitely want to get in your head and talk about Kubla.
Yeah.
Definitely want to dive into that, deep dive into that. But everybody in the chat, what's up? Thank you guys for joining us again on the live. We are super excited. You guys are here with us tonight. Let's get right into it. Guys, I want to start off with talking about reveals and how people kind of go about doing them, Frankie, I kind of want to talk to you since you kind of do collaborations and stuff like that. What's your favorite style of reveal? How you kind of like going about it. So we can start with you if you like.
Yeah, so I feel like my personal favorite is the way you guys normally do it with random teasers and like hidden things in the background or whatever it is. I always feel like that's fun and a great way to engage the community. I'm not as creative as you are, so I kind of just do the random, here you go, it's out. I feel like Frazetta fans, for the most part, aren't thrilled about pre-orders or kind of stuff like that or teasers. They just want to see it, want to get it. But I love the random kind of things, the hidden little Easter eggs everywhere, and I know my grandpa would like to do that too. So that would be my preferred way if I was to do something big.
Very nice, very nice. Ren, what about you, man? Is there like a toy company or somebody else that kind of you like the way they kind of roll out their releases?
Well, I will say let's not do what Mesco does, where they'll do like a very one picture reveal in 2024 or 2023, and then the pre-order doesn't hit till 2026 because it'll just be all over the place. And then sometimes they'll hit you with on on Monday they'll be like, oh, something's coming Wednesday. Look at our animation, and then it just drops. So it's kind of all over the place. NECA, everyone knows I collect turtles. So for me, like I'm always excited to see the whole holothon thing, and they'll promote their turtles through Instagram. They'll have a thing here, there, and then every week with these holothons, it'll be like a different drop. So I enjoy those personally. But then again, I'm a turtle fan. So
Yeah, deep down in heart, we know you love the turtles, Ren. Very nice, guys. Very nice. Yeah, I like. I've been a big fan of kind of how Hasbro has been rolling out their GI Joe stuff. It's been really nice, And again, I think that's one of the few toy lines from Hasbro right now that really has me interested, and really, I think they do a phenomenal job. I think with providing us with something fresh, something nice to kind of keep the line going and keep the interest and the spark there. So I kind of like how they do it. But with that, we kind of did our Wave 4. We debuted at Wonderfest. People got to see it there for the first time. People were snapping pictures, talking about it. The people that made videos speculating kind of what it would be. So it's always nice to see people trying to guess and see what we got bringing out. Some people guessed Snake Men, not everybody, but the crowd was very excited for him. So without any further ado, let's break into him. But then also a quick note, and something I would like to say is, unfortunately, we were supposed to have Nikki here with us tonight. She's a very big part of Wave 4, and she was very happy and thrilled to talk about Wave 4. But unfortunately, she couldn't be with us today. I'm going to hand it over to Ren. He can kind of go over her words and what she wanted to share on the show here tonight. So I'm going to quit jabbing on. Ren, why don't you take it over for us over here?
yeah, sure. So this is coming directly from Nikki. Uh, I'm so sorry I couldn't be here tonight, but after a long 3 year struggle, my dad is on hospice and I'm flying out to be with him. Unfortunately, this means I cannot make Titans Toy Expo either. Working with SC the last 3 years has been my solace, and Wave 4 is particularly special to me. Helping to select Kubla as the next Frazetta entry was important to me because I felt there was nothing like it on the market today, and marks another first for Savage Crucible, joining Warrior and Elric. all characters that have never been made into action figure form. The Nagari, the new race of snake people, of course, are right up my alley, and I was thrilled to play a heavy role along with the team in painting, color selections, character design. Kevin did a great job sculpting so many heads for these, some of them realistic and some pure fantasy. Articulated jaws, hinged fangs, removable tongues. These guests are packed with features, and we hope you enjoy. Many of you knew these were coming based on the concept art we shared on our website so many years ago.
Awesome. So everybody, please send out your love and support to Nikki. She could definitely use it in this hard time
Yes.
that she's going through. So, Nikki, we love you. We have you in our prayers, and we hope all the best. All right. So with that, I also have somebody else that couldn't be with us live tonight, but we definitely have some footage. Kevin, our main sculptor, I was able to get about a short 10-minute clip of him talking about the Snake Men and another 10-minute clip talking about Kubla. So we'll play those accordingly here as we move along. But without any further ado, let's talk about some Snake Men. So Kevin was nice enough to give us some cool 3D renditions of the figures here. And the reason we're going to be showing these and starting off with this is good old B1 over here is diligently working on taking some beautiful photography of Wave 4. So we're doing a little bit of a slow rollout here. You know, we want people to stay excited about these and all that. So we got some 3D renders tonight, but these look excellent and very detailed. So you get to see what Kevin sees here. So it's always nice. So let's start out right here with this Viper head here. So this is really nice. So what we're seeing here is the bear buck. We get to see some of the new pieces coming with the figure here, and then what you're seeing here is the new neck attachment piece. So really cool stuff here. I'm really liking this torso and how that neck piece kind of is uniform and kind of runs throughout. Is really nice. I think it gives a lot of character to this figure. And this is one of the heads. This is the Horned Viper head right here, which again, wish we had Nikki here to talk about this. She is very knowledgeable when it comes to all these kinds of things with these animals. But this is the Horned head, or Horned Viper. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Pokemon. Let's see here. I want to see if I can find this one picture of this character. And guys, feel free to, if you want to add anything, go right ahead.
Well, Leisure is asking an important question that I think the pictures
Oh.
are coming up for. Is his neck solid to the body or ball joints? So
No, actually, yeah. Let me bring that up here. That's actually a good question. That's what I was looking for.
there we
So
go.
what you see here is a little bit of something new we got going on. So what you see here is the Horned Viper, and then also the other character that we have, the Dune Reaper, and he has a little bit of a new. So it's a double, I would say, double peg neck joint, which you get a regular neck that the head can go on. You can also put the other heads on as well. And then if you're looking to do that extension piece, you can put on that extension and the head's poured into that as well. So you can see very clearly here how that operates. So
This looks wonderful.
yeah.
Yeah, Kevin, I can never say enough about his sculpts. They are absolutely beautiful. Every time I see them in like the 3D rendering, it's just like it's crazy how good he
Yeah,
is at these sculpts.
and it's really nice to see it like this, you know, how it kind of starts off here and how it ends up. You know, it's always nice to see that transition. So here it is with that
Ooh.
other head right there.
And now you can look at the hinged jaw,
Mm-hmm.
the tongue sticking out. Yeah.
Yeah, and Kevin definitely talks about this in detail. Here we have Setkara, the Dune Reaper, which I call him in the video. You'll notice with Kevin, I call him the Sandman. That's another nickname that I think we might have for this character. But do know that, you know, if you hear me in the video say Sandman, this is the character I'm referring to here, and you get to see him here. So this is more like a humanoid-esque snake character, a little more advanced, I guess you could say. Really nice stuff. So I'll show these pictures and then we can break into that video. But here you can see how the back design looks on those lower legs. Those are new. The feet as well, new, and then the forearms there too. So you get to see that new design that he has going on there. And actually, I don't know if maybe bring it up a little bit bigger, makes it look better for you guys.
Man, those scales. You know, you don't even need the paint application to see the grittiness in the
Hmm.
details.
Yeah, and honestly, like I don't want to say too much because Kevin talks about it, but you'll hear the amount of detail that went into those scales. Um,
Nice.
Little hybrid kind of like Como. Yeah, you could say that. You could totally say that. So we have another question here. Venom spray accessory to pour into the mouth. Hey, anything is
I
possible.
like that.
I know. I like
I
where you're
like
going with that.
that.
Cooking it up. So let me see if there are any more pictures here that we can kind of go over. I don't want to spoil the Gorgon yet because definitely want to go over that stuff too. So here's that head. I mean, you can see that's the lower armor piece that comes with the Gorgon. Uh, but again, you can kind of see the versatility with this figure here. So really awesome stuff. And then we'll go right into the Gorgon here. I love this character. I love this guy. I love this guy. I'm just
Yes.
super excited. Out of the two, I think this is the one I'm most excited for. Frankie, were you going to say something? I don't know. I didn't mean to cut
I
you
was
off.
gonna say this. You haven't shown me him other than the head sculpt like a second ago,
Mhm.
but this might actually get me to buy like a non-human, which is like not other than Orc, obviously as
Mission
discussed. But this,
accomplished.
yeah, this one's cool. This one's really cool. So you might get me with this guy.
Yeah, the armor design is awesome. I think the head sculpt. Let's get a closer look at that. Really cool stuff going on here. So get to look at it all throughout. And that helmet design is actually really interesting. I really, I was kind of skeptical about it at first, but it's really nicely done and allows, like for those snakes to come through like that. It's looks awesome. So yeah, people liking it.
Look at that.
Take it all. And then also, if you guys wanted to see, we have three 360 spin over here. So you get to see all that awesome detail that Kevin added into that. So um, and he gets to talk about those extra heads or snake attachments there. But the amount of detail that goes into this is truly really nice. So, but without any further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and start the video with Kevin. It's about like I said, like 10 minutes long. So I'll let that play, guys. If you have anything you want to say throughout, just kind of holler. But if not, I'm just gonna let that play, and we'll see you guys in about 10 here. So
Dann geht's los jetzt.
that's right. What's up, you savages? I'm sitting here with the main savage over here, Kevin. We just revealed Wave 4, and of course, I want to get inside the main man's head over here and see his thought process in sculpting some of these awesome figures that we just saw. So, Kevin, what's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Hello.
Hello, yourself. Hello, hello. So, we got to see the awesomeness unveiled over at Wonderfest this past weekend. So, that was pretty cool, or week, I should say. And we definitely want to talk about it in detail. So I'm going to quit jabbering. I'm going to bring some pictures up here. But we revealed some snake men, and one of them was like a viper-esque looking one. So tell us a little bit about sculpting some of the heads, some of the extra pieces that are included with these figures. I believe the torso and forearms, legs. But you let us know, man.
Yes, that's a horned viper. It was a specific wish from Rob that I do a horned viper. And I try to be as exact to the actual animal as possible. And our own Nikki Nicole seems to be happy with it. And she's the
Mhm.
expert, so I'm glad.
Count it as a win, right?
Yeah.
No, this is great. So tell us a little bit about the torso. Now, there is a neck attachment that goes onto that you can have.
Yes, we did a new torso, or I did a new torso. Um, and it has a normal neck size that you can use. and we can interchange it with a longer neck to give it a little bit of a different anatomy, a little bit more snake-like if you wish. But I thought while we edit, we can interchange it. So why don't do the connection point with a ball joint? So the smaller neck will have also a ball joint that won't be usable with a longer neck because for aesthetic reasons, the sculpt goes over the joint in a way that it won't swivel, but on the smaller one.
Gotcha. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. Real nice. Yeah, nice stuff. So we do get to see a little bit of some parts that we've seen in the past, which is awesome, awesomely done. The paint job is phenomenal on this guy, and and a little bit of a better look of that torso too, and those limbs as well. Is that Sandman? It seems like we're calling this guy. He's more like a humanoid looking snake man. So tell us a little bit about that head sculpt there.
Yeah, it also I was allowed to do some more humanoid-like snakes, and he got a little bit more of a cranium there. So he might be a little bit more intelligent, and it's all just fantasy.
Yeah. What was the snake used for this? Is this a viper as well?
This is the same body, yes.
Yeah.
And the new limbs, we have new limbs, we have a
Yep.
new body, we have a reuse of some parts from the pyranoids, but the forearms and the lower legs and of course the torso are all new. And the hands and
Excellent.
feet are also new.
Really nice. Nice stuff, Kevin. Really nice
Yeah,
stuff.
it's fun sculpting scales.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so now did you go more with using fish scales when you were sculpting, even like for the pyranoids? I'm not sure how much you did of that, but were you using reptilian scales, like dragon-esque looking scales? Were you going a little more fantasy, a little more realistic approach?
Yeah, realistic in what is it called?
Right, quote unquote. Realistic.
Quotation
Yeah.
marks, yes. I had to stay as close to the pyranoids as possible, so it will be a coherent look.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you say it.
Yeah. Yeah. It blends in perfectly. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a little bit more adjusted to a snake at the lower limbs.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's actually not very fun to sculpt that much of scales. Because Nick Whitmore, who did a lot on or most of the Fishman,
Mm-hmm.
our pyranoids, he went over the scales, then I went over the scales, then he went again over the scales, and I went again over the
Wow.
scales because they had to
That's
be
a
deep
scaly
in.
situation.
Yeah, it's absolutely scaly, and but they had to be deep enough for the production.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
so
these look great, my friend. And again, the paint just brings up that sculpt even more so. So great stuff. And real quick before we back out of here, I would like to talk about the Gorgon too. Now, so the Gorgon, basically the snake body that we've seen is basically the same body, same bare limbs that come with that. I think there's a head and that neck extension piece that comes with this as well. But we get
yeah.
a little bit of new armor, and we get that awesome new Gorgon head. So tell us a little bit about that Gorgon head and that armor design.
Yeah, awesome for you, but I don't think it was very awesome for Dave Proctor, our production manager over in China, to get
Yeah.
this into production with all the snakes. I think every one of those snakes will be his own tool. I don't know how to.
Really
Yeah.
interesting. It'd be
Yeah.
funny to see the final.
It's over.
Sorry, yeah. See, there's always
Bye bye.
distractions. Yeah, but it'll be interesting to see that. I have a really cool idea in mind that I want to do with this character, so
Yeah.
it'll be cool to see if that actually is the case when it comes to that head. But awesome sculpt on that. I love it. Being a big Greek mythological fan, this is right up my alley. So Kevin,
Why?
stamp of approval.
Why is that?
Because I love Medusa and Gorgons. Oh, I'll eat all that stuff up. So,
Yes, and
uh,
the armor actually should be adjustable for both necks. So on the standard torso you can
okay.
use it, and also with the larger neck, because it's a little bit. You have to adjust it a little bit, and that should be possible. And that belt will have a
Hmm.
lot of ports for weapons. I think it has 5.
Now you're speaking
Um,
my language.
yeah, and I would like to tell the people again something about the snakehead, the horned viper, for example. Can you get it up again?
For the Viper head, yeah, give me one
Yeah,
second.
because I asked Rob, "Do you want a movable jaw?" And he said yes. So
Of course.
how to do a movable jaw on a snake with those fangs? Because the fangs are a little bit narrower than, for example, on a saber-toothed tiger, where they go behind the lower jaw when you close
Right.
the mouth. So they had to be foldable. You can fold them back, and that's very complicated on a head that's just 1 inch or 1.5 inch. I don't know,
Hmm.
it's really tiny. And then you have the lower jaw with the side skin that goes into the upper jaw as
Right.
well.
Exactly. The little patch. Yeah.
And then you have the ball joint that goes into the head. And then I thought, why don't I make it even more complicated and make a removable tongue for the lower jaw?
Bam.
And that's all possible. Thanks to Dave Proctor over in China. I'm very happy he made it possible that
Yeah.
it's all
Dave.
will be included.
Dave does magic. That's for sure. Wow. Wow. That's amazing, guys. So if this figure wasn't cool enough to begin with, you definitely get some great customizability too with that head. So you get a lot of options. That's really cool. I didn't know the full extent of that either, Kevin. So that's really neat and a really great way to show off those sculpting skills and making sure that the engineering of everything works out. So awesome, awesome stuff.
Should work, yes.
Well, thank you so much for letting us know about the Gorgon and the Snake Man. We're definitely looking forward to it.
And there are other snakes coming as well.
You heard it here, guys.
My favorite actually wasn't shown yet.
And with that, the suspense.
Yeah. What a surprise. I just said you guys
um,
do that crap.
yeah, so Kevin definitely dropped some doozies on me too. The engineering that went into that Viper head is truly awesome. And Nikki was nice enough to send us over some nice reference pictures too, which I want to show you here. So you can kind of see what we used, what we modeled after. So um, really nicely done. I think, yeah, Kevin definitely hit it out of the ballpark. So um, you guys are killing me in the comments. So really nice. I'm gonna do just a quick little dump of some pictures. Put a little color on them so you guys can see them, uh, see these prototypes and stuff. So I'm excited. I'm really excited for that sword right there too. That sword like speaks to me. It's so nice. So there it is. You get to see that neck, and then that new neck design too. You get to see it pretty good right there. So that double joint. So there you have it, folks. So some Snake Men. So, um, Ren, correct me if I'm wrong. Each of these guys will come with about 2, 3 heads. Oh, are you muted, Ren?
Yes, I was.
Oh, okay. I'll just make
Whoops,
sure. Okay,
sorry. Yes, I was. Yes, each of the Nagari will come with 3 head sculpts. That's right.
cool. Very nice. And I'll just show you Elric
Nope.
just for the shits and giggles, just because I had him there. So there's your snake guys in a rush. And I know we call this part one. Not necessarily because there's more figures or anything like that, but we want to talk more in detail. Once Rob kind of gets back and is acclimated and is feeling like getting on here and talking about his experience over at Wonderfest and all that. We want to have him, and then we definitely want to have hopefully some of Ren's awesome photography to show off too, and go into some detail with that. So we'll be doing some more detail about Wave 4 with Part 2. So, but without any further ado, I think we've waited long enough. Let's hop into Kubla Khan. And what an interesting character! What an interesting design and take on this character. So, Frankie, I'm definitely eager to hear you talk about this. Hear you hopefully give us some insight about how your grandpa, was inspired to kind of draw these drawings that he did of Kubla. So, for those that don't know, this is it portrays to a poem from what was it? Coleridge, Samuel Coleridge, I believe, wrote this poem after an opium den visit. So he was in a mind state when he wrote this, and in his basically it's like a dream that he has. In this dream, he envisions that he gets to be with Kubla Khan and in this exotic palace and all these things. So. Frankie, I think you probably will do a way better job of explaining this. So I'm gonna hand it over to you if you don't mind.
Honestly, so Kubla Khan's always been a weird one for us, and not in a bad way. It's just I feel like a lot of his ink works are very kind of I wouldn't say unappreciated. They're just not. Once he started doing the oils, and this was during his time of the oils, but the oils were just like all everybody cared about, and still a lot of time what everybody cares about. But the Kubla Khans have always been really cool to me. It's really my grandfather always had this like specific type of baddie, and it was always like the fire and ice reminiscent bad guys. They're like Neanderthalian. This is the
Hmm.
first kind of like Mongolian character he ever did, which is surprising to me. Not really, because most of his art was essentially somebody saying, "Hey, I need you to do a cover of my book," which is like you read through the books, and it was always like X or Y character. And nobody really had him do anything Mongolian or Asian. And this is the only real piece other than you could do like one or two pieces for my grandmother that were either African or Asian. But as far as Mongolian or Asian men, this is the only real one. I guess you could consider the Huns maybe, but this is a cool one. Like I've always loved these inks. They're beautiful. I mean, one just sold for over $100,000 recently on Heritage. Just gorgeous pieces of work. Some of my favorites. I've always loved this pen and ink. That one specifically is like
Yeah.
I think a fan favorite.
And this
It's
is, I'm
cool,
sorry
man.
to interrupt you, Frank. This is
Yeah.
we kind of did the silhouette of the figure as
Hmm.
a tease, and there was a lot of people that were like, "That's Kubla right there," So
Yeah.
it just goes to show you how iconic this one is.
Yeah, there were a couple. It was funny to see the first couple of guesses because it's like, okay, I could see that, and then all of a sudden, that one, I forget his name, he just slammed it, and everybody's like, okay, yeah, it's Kubla.
Yeah, right.
So it was cool to see how quickly people really got it. And again, this has been a fun project. I always love. So far, you guys have only chosen the really, really like underground characters, aside from now Death Dealer, obviously, but like out of three, two of them you've chosen were just like very not super, I wouldn't say well known, but some of the less appreciated pieces between Warrior Ball and Chain and now Kublai Khan. And these pieces were not, or they've never been made into statues. Any kind of 3D rendition has never been done with these guys. So it's always fun for me on my end to see kind of these characters come to life that nobody's really that have been, I guess, brushed under the rug in a sense. Ones that haven't been loved as much as the barbarians or Death Dealer. It's always cool for
Right.
this stuff. So when Rob brought up one of his many ideas and said, "Hey, we're gonna do Kubla next," and I was like, "Okay, man, that's pretty cool. Like I'm cool with that." A lot of cool ideas, but this was an interesting out of left field play, which I mentioned on Facebook too, where there's a lot of left field plays you guys are throwing. So yeah, I don't know. It's just a fun one. I'm excited to see this one.
Likewise. Now, do you know, Frankie, was your father or your grandfather, was he a fan of the poem, or how did he kind of come about knowing this character in this
I'm not
fashion?
gonna lie, I'm not sure exactly what it was. I know, like poem-wise or anything, it was always the Inferno, by allegory.
Hmm.
Other than that, he wasn't much a literature guy other than like his Nat Geo was learning about, the Messiah Warriors and stuff. So this one again is just very weird. Like again, I live in his house. I see all his books. I know what he reads or what he had. Like not that he read much, but I know what he went through all the time. Not a ton of this. Just a lot of like some artsy books occasionally. Inferno. He has a ton of Infernos, but Kubla Khan. It's again. It's an interesting one. I don't know. I honestly should have done my homework on this one. It's one of the ones I don't know a lot about. But
Yeah.
again, I feel like it fit. It was kind of like an evolved version of his quintessential Frazetta bad guy. Like this was the Mongolian. This is the one that would actually like. Whereas the other bad guys, they kind of get slaughtered by the hero. This one would actually be able to go toe to toe with them, which is always. And I
Hmm.
always, I always pictured Khan as more like a baddie, like a raider, because obviously yeah,
I
Khan's.
see.
Just that was my thought on him. But yeah, I think he's cool because he finally hits that like S2 power level compared to the other characters
Yeah.
versus kind of just a random dude that would get slaughtered by anybody. But I think he fits you guys very well. He slots in with the rest of them pretty good at this point.
No, he truly does, and it's a nice design here too. You get to see that dagger design on the back there. It's just again, it's one of those, when you come across a piece that it just takes from historic facts, but it's just such a unique take on its own. It definitely draws attention, at least for me. Ren, any thoughts that you want to share on this guy? I know you're excited for him
Yeah.
too, but what do you
I
think?
mean, I feel like as the weeks go by and I'm on the team, I become a little bit more cultured. Just getting exposed to
Hmm.
all these pieces that otherwise I would never have been. I mean, this figure blows my mind for sure. Not only the sculpt on the figure itself, but the accessories with it, the flail, the three-piece flail, the I mean, you can't see it here, but also the pike with the head. Yeah,
Yeah.
the whole thing just it looks magnificent. Oh my goodness, look at that. Yeah.
Ah,
Oh yeah.
um,
Can you go
no,
back
this is great.
to the amount of stuff he comes with, by the way? Like that
Yeah.
was
Let me go back here.
again, it's like
Yeah.
that's a lot of stuff. That's
Look
a
at
lot of
that.
stuff. And
That
do
is.
we have photos of the paint apps, perchance?
I have well, we don't have we're still trying to work
Okay.
on kind of capturing the skin tone, so I don't have
No.
anything
Do
solid
you have
yet.
any?
Just what they
Okay.
had at Wonderfest.
I was gonna say
Um,
because the paint apps
but
on like the armor and stuff is unbelievable. It's
oh yeah, and
yeah.
actually in the video with Kevin, I do show
Okay.
a painted version of the figure,
Okay. Good.
so
Because
we will see
because I was
that.
gonna say if we're allowed to show photos of the early paint apps on the armor and stuff, I have them and they're just like they're so cool. They're so good, and I feel like Warner Balls was good, and then Death Dealer came out and was like, wow, this is like not a master paint, this is production paint. And then Kubla the same way. I'm like, this is crazy. Like for an actual production paint, it's insane how nice this turned out. And I love the colors that were chosen. It fits so well. So hopefully we get to show some people a little bit of them. But yeah, this every time Rob's like, "Hey, we're gonna do this. We're gonna add that. Hey, we think we're gonna do this one. Hey, multiple heads." Or I'm just like, dude, whatever you want to do, just do it. Like I'm fine with it. I trust. Again, I've said it a million times. I trust you guys, and I expect only the best. And you guys produce only the best. And just Rob keeps showing me photos like, this is like an early thing, so don't be too harsh. I'm like, dude, it looks great. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm fine with it if you ship it
Right?
like
Yeah.
that. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's sick. Kubla was a really cool one, and again, I think the cool thing with this one too is I was mentioning it to you guys earlier that the fact that you're taking an ink and making it colored was always weird because again in my head I when I see the paintings my mind fills the colors in for me essentially. Like I feel like everybody pictures things to be X or Y color, and I feel like this was hit like spot on from what I pictured, and it's always there's a couple different things. There's different shade on some of the armor, and I liked it. Like it was a cool twist to what I had pictured in my mind, and it's different from like
Totally,
Warrior
yeah.
Ball and Chain's color, so it really does add a lot, especially when it comes to like customizability, to make your characters look so much different. But it fit, it all fit, and it's all been like super. I feel like you guys, it was like how my grandfather painted a lot. He always made sure to do his research on like the cultures he was painting for the most part. Like obviously he's painting fantasy. He went a little bit overboard sometimes, but with like Suicide Warriors, he made sure that he did his research on all of their markings and stuff. And I feel like you guys did that with Khan too. You made sure to look at the colors of what people back then might wear, the Mongolians might wear. You look at skin tones. It's always been very important for you guys to hit the mark with those. And it's nice to have a license here. I'm just like, they're gonna go with, like, I'm excited to see something rather than like, oh god, like I'm gonna have to sit here and critique and correct things. It's just like, okay, cool. What did they come out today? And like, what I feel like I'm more excited than most of the customers at this point, just to see what you guys are coming out with. And the fact that I get like
Right.
sneak peeks, I'm just like, all right, sick. So yeah, again, yeah, it's cool.
Is it decapitated on a ball joint? It's not. So there's like a ball joint on the pike, and then you can put that head on any of the bucks from Savage
Also,
Crucible, and then vice versa, put heads on the pike,
Really?
any other heads.
Of course, you guys would do that. Why wouldn't you?
something that's I don't see in these renders is a head sculpt that makes it an army builder.
Oh, I definitely have that. But before
Okay.
we go to that, I want to show this off that we haven't seen this yet in the line. This is pretty cool. Kevin sent it to me and I wanted to show it. So this is basically like, because he does come with a bow. This is like your bow hand. So I thought this was really nicely done and a nice touch to, something fresh, something new. So that one's really cool. But what Ren was talking about, and I'm actually going to bring it up in... just 1 second here. This bad boy. Which, if you guys pay close attention, Rob snuck in something, or Kevin snuck in something neat over there. But
Give me 5.
this is real cool.
Give me 5.
Yeah. So Kubla, again, he comes with 3 heads too. So you get the wavy hair, you get the one that the helmet fits on, and then you get this head right here, which is basically like an army builder. It's going to be a masked, helmeted head. And then you can see the swap abilities that are available.
I mean, and technically the zombie head too. Well, I called it zombie because I see someone says zombie, but the dead head.
No, that's what Kevin calls it too. So it is a zombie head, yeah. So so really cool stuff, guys. So I don't know, Frankie, if you have anything else you want to share about the character. If not, we can roll into the video with Kevin.
Keep calling me out. No.
No.
No, I mean, again, it's every time Rob's like, yo, we're going to do this with it. I'm like, dude, whatever you want to do at this point. Just get it done, get it done on time. It's cool as hell. So, yeah, again, just thrilled to see what you guys have come out with.
Perfect. All right, guys. So I'm gonna go the same with the Snake Man video that I did with Kevin. This is about a 10-minute clip here, so I'm gonna go ahead and let that play. If you guys have anything you want to add, just let me know. I'll go ahead and pause it. If not, we'll just roll along here. So, hey, what's up, Tim? I see Tim's in the comments too.
Hey,
so,
Tim.
And one more time, sitting with Kevin over here because I definitely want to get his thoughts on Kubla Khan. Truly amazing, and I know, Kevin, you have a spectacular, wonderful time sculpting Frazetta stuff. I know that you enjoy doing that a lot, right?
Yes, I love it. I try my best.
You try your best. Well, I think you're on a good path here. So, Kubla, man. So this is awesome because we're getting a lot of different iterations of this drawing here from Frank. So tell us a little bit about him. Like I'm pretty sure you studied the drawings. You
Yes.
took some inspiration from all that, but I really love the loadout. So tell me what your thought was with this guy. Like, did you want everything included with this guy? You wanted to go all out? Let us know.
I'm pretty happy with what is included, but it was Rob who told me what he would like to see, and I was very happy with that we could do so much. And I got some high resolution pics from Frankie, so I was able to dug deep into them. Yes.
Awesome. So the weapon loadout is spectacular on this, at least for me. That shield, the texturing on the shield is amazing. The mechanism, with the strap and the handle, it's really, really well done.
Yeah, and I
Um,
did change it a bit from the Warriors Ball and Chain because, as we saw, there were some difficulties to get it on very easily, I
mm,
say. So here it should be, the strap should be removable if they take it
ah,
over from my design.
okay, very
And
nice.
it,
Okay.
and you can also use our standard grips to put into the holes of the strap when it is
Hmm.
removed. That should be possible.
I see. I see. Really nice. And something that's really cool, at least I think so. This is probably the first, yeah, not probably. This is the first character that we get that has a bow and arrow. So that's really neat. If
Yeah, and
anything, being Mongolian, that's it's awesome to give him, like a short bow like that. I think that's just very fitting, with the character and all that, and a great touch too. So, but tell us a little bit of what's going on that spike over there too.
yeah, well, there is on one sketch you see a dead head on the spike, and we included that spike to go into our bases, like you can see here. And that head is, I thought, well, why not do it like you can reuse it on another body,
Hmm.
and you might have your first Savage Crucible zombie.
There you go. Awesome stuff. So you can port any type of head on that pike too. Then right? You can
Yes,
interchange it, whatever. Yeah. So
yes.
awesome.
And yeah, a lot of good stuff there in Kubla. You have a nice new loincloth
Hmm.
where you can remove again with our system the belt buckle, if you want to call it that way. And this time we have also ports again, where the scabbard from the sword can be attached, and the quiver from the arrows on the back.
Hmm.
And you can actually, if it all will be included, um, put it all out and put some nice rivets into it, so you won't have any holes there.
I see. I see. Really nice. Yeah, that axe too is. Oh, I love your axe designs, man. Even the one we got with Viteris is so awesome. So
Yeah,
really,
well,
really cool stuff.
this X is from Frazella, straight
Yeah,
from from one sketch.
from the sketch.
And
Yeah,
yeah, and then we
that's the one
have,
that's on the horse, right, Kevin?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And then we have another head for Kupla, because this head that's now you see now on the figure is very specific from the
He's got the
specific painting.
flailing hair, the herbal essence hair.
Exactly. It's maybe not for everyone, for every, I don't know, action figure pose, or for just playing around with it like we all do. As maybe the other one is better for this. It
Hmm.
will have just straight down hair and a nice tail on the back.
And
And you
that's
can
what
all,
the helmet fits on that one, right?
yeah, exactly. It's like on our weapons pack, we have also a removable helmet. It works the same way here.
Beautiful, beautiful done. And then, of course, you get the helmeted head, which I think looks phenomenal too.
Yeah,
So,
this is based on some Mongolian head gear from back in the day, and with a mask to make it so you can build an army if you like.
awesome, awesome. Awesome stuff, Kevin. Truly, always a pleasure talking to you about the stuff. It's always great to hear, what goes on inside that crazy head of yours. So, uh, lastly, I was going to bring up, because we haven't really had you to talk on, but we talked about the Varnox too. That's the new con exclusive going forward. I mean, we have a lot of reuse on parts here. Of course, our buck, and then some of the accessories and weapons. But I would love for you to talk a little bit about the heads. I mean, I know you're probably going to give me a simple answer here, but again, were there any challenges in sculpting any of these? How does that
Um,
face? Should we be expecting a nice surprise from what's behind that other tusk helmeted head?
it's actually For me, it's a funny story because I did those helms, those heads already, I don't know, some years ago. They are based on sketches from Rubus, our own Rubus.
Rubus.
Yeah. And yeah, I did fuse them back then in ZBrush, and Dave Proctor had to get it all back. So sorry, Dave, that you had to
um,
go through it again.
I'll tell you one thing, especially for this one head too that we have up on the screen right now. The expression that you capture on the faces, even though that he has a piece of leather running across his face, so you don't get to see the full face, but you definitely get to see him kind of screaming underneath that mask. So I love the way you capture that expression, and I know when you're sculpting this, you actually do have the head, so you get to see the whole picture yourself. But what do you kind of use when applying expression to a face sculpt like that? Do you kind of take pictures yourself, yelling, screaming, grunting, or do you
I
just kind of go freehand?
No, not freehand. I wish I could make it all up on my head, but to be sure, so it's anatomical correct, I use, of course, Google, and I use a mirror.
Hmm.
That's how it's done.
Nice. Beautiful stuff. And again, I can't wait to get my hands on these Varnox. I can't wait to get my hands on anything Savage Crucible. Who am I kidding? But um, Kevin, thank you, man. Thank you for talking to us about these. In closing, is there anything else you want to share with us about Wave 4, about maybe teasing something coming in the future? I mean, maybe you shouldn't tease anything coming in the future because you've got so many things you're working on, so.
Oh, I'm very happy that Kubla Khan will come with real metal earrings.
Damn. See, you just keep dropping things on us here, so.
I
I
hope
didn't
I
know he
was
was going to come
allowed.
with him. Yeah. That's cool. That's pretty sick. Okay. Nice. All right. So a little extra surprise there. So
Yeah,
really looking forward to it. Which one are you looking forward to the most, Kevin? Are you looking forward to Kubla or the Snake Men?
it's. I need those snakes, I need them because my warrior's ball and chain needs something to slay. But I also can't wait for Kubla.
Would you say that the Savage Crucible is has a little bit of a hate towards reptilian-esque species? I mean, we've got lizards, snake men, as the bad guys. I'm starting to see a pattern here, so I don't know if
I
I'll
mean,
just play Kevin. Yeah,
that's just my personal
yeah,
opinion that they are
they're just
bad.
cold-blooded.
I don't know if it's official in our world, but
Yeah,
I need some fodder to mow down.
St. Patrick would fit right in the Crucible. He'd be like, "Oh, fuck." All right, Kevin. Well, again, thank you so much for sitting with us. Always a pleasure talking with you, and you have a savage time, my friend.
Ja, auf wieder Schnitzel.
Yes, yes, yes. So, um, it's always a pleasure talking to Kevin. Like I said, I mean, I keep saying the same thing here, but he's great to talk to. The man has so much information and how he sees. It's great to see his vision when he's putting all these things together. So it was a fun time sitting with him and chatting it up and talking about these new figures. So, what were you going to say, Ren? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, no, not at all. The metal earrings, huh? Okay.
Yeah, see,
Jeez, being blown
man.
away.
So we got
Forgot about that.
St. Patrick confirmed. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, but that's Wave 4 in a nutshell, guys. So we're working on this right now. We don't have like an official uh, release date quite yet on these guys for the pre-order. But what we can do real quick is we can go over the bios for the Snake Men, Setkara, or I should say the Nagari. So, Ren, you want to go ahead and read those bios?
Sure. I'll read the. It's a Naom Archon. So not Sakara, but Naom Archon, the Gorgon.
Let me bring him up so we can have him up here. What are you, good sir? There he is.
All right. Vile Zorath was consumed with unraveling the mysteries of the Crucible. While his contemporaries argued amongst themselves about portal patterns, he was obsessed with something more profound, the ebb and flow of energies that pulsed through the very crucible itself. What was their purpose? He could not say. But he had stumbled upon a means of finally approaching this question. An ore, mined on the mainland, that, when purified, focused and conducted the enigmatic energy fields. Vile Zorath considered himself both scholar and naturalist. His meticulous experiments on the reptilian species bordering his keep yielded many insights regarding anatomy and pathophysiology. It was his extensive knowledge of one such species that provided the framework for his experiments. He noted that proximity to the ore affected their development. He wove the ore into intricate matrices around each egg in his many clutches. From one altered clutch emerged Naom Archon, his body, pulled and twisted, blended with the entwined energies. Once hatched, his many heads, separate yet born of one, drifted independently, as if afloat in some unseen tide. Each mind, separate yet born of one, followed different currents pulsing through the crucible. When his cluster of gazes converged on their creator, Vile Zorath was instantly transmuted into molten stone, then left as nothing more than a brittle statue. Naom Archon, indifferent, turned away. He cast no thought toward the powers he had channeled as his minds once more were set adrift on their separate currents. Thus was born a creature, untethered amongst the myriad of essence tides, yet anchored by flesh to the cruel crucible.
I'm already rock hard.
Yeah, man. Oof.
Oh,
Oof.
so cool, man. So cool. Nice. And then the other one is for
Kubla Khan.
Kubla Khan. Okay.
Yep. All right.
Let's bring the Kubla Khan up.
Let's do it. Crowned beneath banners of flame, the rider thunders forth as both sovereign and soldier. His empire rises behind him as stone domes and gilded halls, monuments to victories carved with blood and iron. Mounted on a steed born of smoke and thunder, his sword weighs more than mortal hands should bear. With each thrust he expands the borders of his dominion, yet with every conquest the shadows within him grow longer. The songs of triumph echo in marble courts, but at night he hears only the cries of the fallen. His victories are etched not just into the land, but into the marrow of his bones, pressing heavy upon his soul. To his people, he is empire made flesh, a symbol of unshaken power. To himself, he is the keeper of burdens. No throne, no crown, no spear can ever cast aside.
Beautiful.
Man, I love these. Oof.
Yeah. Who did Nikki write the bios on these? Or well, for the Snake Men or
Gordon.
Gordon? Gordon did, yeah. I was gonna say, man, Gordon always does excellent work on these. So all right. And I don't have a 3D render of this guy, but we'll bring up or I mean a spinny rendition, but
We do not have. We will have to save this for part two.
save this for part two.
Save
Gotcha.
this for part two. You can only
No,
deliver so much goodness on
so
one
much, right? Yeah, we don't want to overload them. Everybody's still rock solid from the Gorgon, so you know.
night.
Awesome,
I
awesome.
see what you did there.
Ren, I'm gonna ask you. I know there's a lot of awesomeness in Wave 4, but what are you like?
Mm.
If Rob came to you and was like, Ren, I'm sorry, man, you can only have one figure out of this whole wave. What would that figure be?
Putting me on the spot.
You better answer correctly here, Ron.
Yeah, no pressure from last
No
time. I was like,
pressure, huh?
yeah, from me.
I'm sorry, Frankie. I'll make it up to you. I will. I promise I will. Sakara. The
You want me to ban him?
the dude
Frankie?
Wrong. Wrong. Yeah, gone. See ya. Thank you for that. I control everything here, actually, not Rob.
Say the word, the axe will fall. No. Okay. All right. Frankie, I feel like you're going to be biased here, but I'm going to ask you
Yeah.
anyways. Yeah. No.
The Medusa character. No, obviously
Yeah.
Khan. I love my humans. The only time you might get me is with the orcs. That's where it's like, I might take that over for Zeta somehow. But it'll be close. It'll at least be closer than like the snakes and Lemurians and stuff. But Khan's gonna be sick. I think I was the most disappointed when some of your guys were saying like Elric was cooler than Death Dealer. I was like, have you no shame or taste? Like,
Who
what
would say
is?
that? Who would
Yeah, I wonder. And I don't forget. I have a pretty good memory, so I hope
I don't know
everybody,
who.
hope everybody watches what they say from now on, because that is the most crazy take I've ever heard in my life. And
Okay, I only said it because I want the armor. I'm after we got the bear buck. I want some armor. But I mean, yeah,
nah,
who am I kidding? No, Death Dealer is
surcoats and tabards are so much cooler than armor,
yeah.
and
Okay.
it's Death Dealer stuff. I don't
Touche.
know. I do remember that though, and I won't ever forget that slight you threw my way. So
Yeah,
that's
right.
it.
I love it too. I like apologize, but like you had already left. You're like, yeah, I'm already done with this. There's no point in watching anymore. Yeah.
No, I know when I've been betrayed by some of my friends, and it's happened so far now from you and from Ren. So
See,
thanks, guys.
he's never gonna agree to do one of these shows again. Yeah, that's it. No.
No, you gotta pay me. That's also gonna be some kind
Yeah,
of like
right. Yeah.
licensing fee. Yeah, that's to have me show up on these things.
I'll
Oh boy.
send him a
So
few Mega Man figures. He'll be fine.
There
that
you go.
works. Some zeros and stuff. That
There you
works.
go.
Yeah.
Cool guys.
All right, your turn. Wait, did you say what you
Oh
want?
me? Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're gonna
what
put
did
me on the
you
spot
want?
again?
Hey, which one? Is this gonna be a Leopard 2 for you still?
I think you guys already know who I'm excited for. I mean, uh, Kubla is, his loadout
We're
is
gonna
amazing.
stop you right there. We're gonna stop you right there. Good choice.
He's
I
yeah.
like it. Yeah.
Just stop right there, yeah.
Yeah.
And like
I'll
Kevin said
continue.
too, like the attachment in the front, like the belt buckle piece, that's detachable too. He's got all these ports on him, and something cool that Rob shared with me, and I shall share with you because I think it's okay. But the arrows in the quiver, I do believe he said will be ported in, so those will be able to come out, I believe. So it's not like a fixed set in there. So
Whoa.
some more awesomeness come with him. So I'm excited. Yeah,
Sakara
I'm
who?
excited to just get like a
Who's
bow.
Sakara?
Yeah,
What's a
yeah,
Sakara?
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
come on,
see,
dude.
there he goes. Yeah, Frankie's like, you can't take it back now, Ren.
You're playing these games with me? Like,
Yeah, right.
you always
Yeah.
have more. That's I didn't even know about that, but I'm like not even shocked to know that you guys are doing
Mhm.
that. I kind of like expect things like that from you guys now, which
Yeah.
is good enough. You guys have this crazy bar to beat, but yeah, and with Kevin, I can't say more like any more good things about that guy. Sculpts beautifully. He's always reaching out like, "Hey, dude, can I get higher res files?" He tries to stick so perfectly to the artwork,
Oh yeah.
even though, like, even if sometimes it doesn't fit perfectly with a figure, he's like, "No, no, no, it needs to be like this," and it's like, it's okay. Like, it might not look good on a figure. I know it's accurate to the art, but it's fine. Like, he really cares about honoring the artwork, and that means a lot to us. Like, it truly does, and he does a killer job every single time. Like, I haven't asked for any kind of changes with the sculpts at this point, so. Kevin, if you're watching, good job as always. I can't give you enough praise. I talked you up a lot over at what was that, Toylanta? God, I was like just kind of fangirling over him the whole time. So yeah, but yeah,
Nice. Yeah. Truly, guys. So, stick around for part two of this. We'll be coming out with some more information for you guys, some more bios for you as well. No story time with Stell tonight. I'm sorry, guys. I know you were looking forward to it, but you know, I figured we'll save it for the next one. So, but with that, we're gonna go ahead and close this out. Ren, anything you want to plug in at the end? Titans also coming up end of the month. I
Titans
don't know if you want to
coming.
mention anything for that real quick.
Yeah, no. All you guys, please submit your entry forms online. You can go to the creatorcrownawards.com. So there's a link to the participation form. Just fill it out, pretty easy. Bring your money when you check in for any added entries above the one per category. And I can't wait to see you guys at the Titan Toy Expo. I really can't wait. I'm looking forward to
Likewise.
seeing you all.
Likewise. Looking forward to seeing everybody's submissions. I think it's going to be such a fun time, such a fun event, and I look forward to having a great time with all you savages. So, Frankie, anything you want to plug in before we close this out?
Website, if you want to come support the museum. We have a couple really cool things actually. We always mention acquiring artwork. We might have grabbed some cool stuff this year that I will be hopefully getting soon. So if you guys care about that, check us out on Instagram. I'm posting about that. I might do a little YouTube video for once in my life. But yeah, anyway, thanks for supporting us and the guys at Savage, because I could buy cool art for you guys to come enjoy with whatever you get from us. So if you want to support us for zenmuseum.com, all that good stuff, that's about it. Thanks for
Keep an eye
supporting
out
us.
too for those awesome bases Frankie's working on too.
Oh God, yeah. So hold on. Here's
Hold on, let
here's
me.
the Warrior Ball and Chain one that I'm
Let
still
me
working on here. It'll get there eventually. I'm hoping the next week or two I'll have a finished kind of base. And then here's the dead guy that he's curb stopping. So we're working on it. We're getting
nice,
there. It's a long process, but
Yeah.
those should be out soon enough, hopefully.
beautiful. Awesome, guys. Well, thank you again for joining me tonight, guys. Everybody that tuned in live, thank you. Hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a savage night, everybody.